Hi, I'm Gez, and welcome to 100 Days of Surviving Minecraft Ultra Hardcore. Now, 100 days in Minecraft amounts to around 33 hours, so this video took absolutely ages to make, so I'd really appreciate it if you left a like and subscribed. So what are my main goals for this series? Well, my main goals are to kill the Ender Dragon, collect the Elytra, as well as the Dragon Head. Oh, and most importantly, survive. I hope you guys really enjoy this video, and let's get right into it. Right, day one was here, and thankfully this attempt we were blessed with a nice biome. This was my 8th attempt to this challenge, and the other attempts I think the most I got to was 20 days, so thankfully we were given a nice biome compared to the other ones. We straight away got to mining some trees. If we wanted to survive in this 100-day world, mining trees would be the most important part of it. There is a casual forest fire in the background there, but we'll choose to ignore that, because if we walk in that, I really don't think we'd be surviving this long. After we mined some wood, I straight away got to start with the crafting table. This was absolutely vital if I wanted to survive, because one, I need to craft a pickaxe so I can, mine stone, get a stone pickaxe, stone axe, and yeah, just survival in general, to be honest. After that, I went on a bit of a slaughtering spree, as hardcore is the only mode in Minecraft where you can actually die of hunger, so I need to get as much food as I want if I wanted to survive this. After I've got all the food, I began construction on the house. This probably won't be the nicest house, but it'll be something to survive in, that's for sure. I won't lie, a lot of day 2 was just pretty much continuing building the house, doing the floor and all that. Not a lot happened. On to day 3 now. Started off the day with a little creeper walking past the window. Not too sure how I feel about that. Finished the flooring and then started a little mine, because we needed a mine, let's be honest. Day 45 now, we started our mining trip. See if we get any iron, maybe some coal if we're lucky. And we did have a first encounter, but nothing a shield can't handle. Day 6 was the day I saw my life flash before my eyes as a creeper nearly blew me and my house up. This is going to take a while to fix. Day 7 now. This day was pretty much just spent fixing the house from the horrific creeper attack. But we survived. We could have died. And that would have been a lot worse. Day 8 through 10 now. These days are pretty much just used to terraform, so I can flatten out the land to build a wall, which I was going to use to protect myself from all the hostile mobs. Day 11, all I did was build a wall around the house. Not a lot really happened apart from this day. Pretty peaceful day, to be honest. I like it. On day 12, we had a pretty close encounter with some cave spiders, who are literally the worst mob in the game. I cannot stand them. They're literally their feet. Nah, I cannot stand them, honestly. I cannot go on enough. Also, we nearly got jumped by about 15 creatures. We just survived, but if I died here, I think I would have cried. Day 13 now. I found some pillagers underneath the floor, so I got rid of them the only way I could. Drown them in some baked beans. Also on this day, we also started a little farm. It's only wheat at the moment, but we can see where it can go to. Day 14, I started on building the pens for my animals, which are yet to be here, but it's best to be ready. Day 15, we pretty much just went adventuring. I came across this nether portal thing in the world. Wasn't too sure what it was, but I had a chest which had obsidian and 3 glistening melons in, so I'm not complaining. Then we spent the night in a dirt shack in the world. Pretty good day if you ask me. Day 16, we carried on our adventuring and came across this nice village. We stole quite a few of their emeralds, which I'm sure they wouldn't mind. But yeah, why would they? And then cooked my chicken on their bonfire. So, good day overall, in my opinion. Day 17, we were just heading home from our adventures. We really didn't do anything this day. And on day 18 and 19, I may have forgot to press record. Pretty much all we did was gather cows and sheep for the pens I made at home. Yeah, sorry about that. Day 20, I literally just sat there and waited for all the crops to grow. Nothing more to it. Day 21 was my nearest death experience yet, where a creeper-sized dolphin dived from out of nowhere and exploded. Luckily I survived it, because that could have been bad. However, my luck decided to change when we found some diamonds, so yeah, I'm not complaining. Nearly dying diamonds, it equals out in my eyes. On to day 22, we started mining some obsidian to go towards building a nether portal, which we eventually did build in the end. Not sure when I actually go to nether, because the idea of it actually is just terrifying to me. However, the next day, I plucked up the courage to go to the nether. I did get instantly scared though, and instantly went back. Day 24, and I forgot to press record again. We just went fishing. Day 25, and what we did today, we first of all watched animals breed right in front of us. Then we did some carrot farming and potato farming, which is particularly entertaining. After farming, I started construction on the second floor of my house. And we just carried on building for the next day. I won't lie, this room probably doesn't look the best, but it does the job, it does the job. The next day we went mining to a relative, bit of success. We found a few diamonds, which, I'm not going to complain about diamonds. That's what we were aiming for, and I was just in disbelief. After we mined the diamonds, I crafted a nice enchanting table. but I need to find out how to craft it first, and I won't lie, I was struggling a bit. So after a few looks at the Wikipedia, I did, eventually figure out how to craft it, and there we had it, a nice little enchanting table. The next few days, I decided to go exploring because I was getting a bit bored of my surroundings, so we went into the wild. First of all, on this day, my OBS decided to record in 2 really weird ways, so we're just going to ignore that. But then after that, we found this nice little sand temple sort of thing, and opened a chest, and then there's a treasure map in it. So that's what we're going to look for. And eventually, we did find it after a bit of looking, and it had alright loot, not going to lie. A few diamonds, a few emeralds. I wasn't complaining, I was a happy man. I now needed a place to put those diamonds and emeralds, so the next few days I started construction on a new chest and enchanting room. It was obviously going to be another box, but who cares? So I put my diamonds and emeralds in the chest. I had to flex them out a bit, spread them across so it looks like I had more than I actually did, make it aesthetically pleasing. Next day I decided to go dog hunting, obviously to tame, not to kill, that would be a bit horrible. So I tamed a few. Tamed 1, tamed 2, it was going pretty well so far. And then I tamed my 3rd one. And then tamed a 4th one. I think I got carried away a bit. More the merrier, I guess. The next few days, I need to get some leather to get those level 30 enchantments on my books. So this took quite a long, so I need like 45 or so in. So it would take a while. On my journeys, I did find a sunken ship. I was hopeful for some good loot. But the most we got out of this was a bamboo stick. So, not great, let's be honest. When we got home, I crafted some bookshelves. We did, in the end, manage to get about 10, which was about 2 short, I believe. So, in the meantime, I gathered some birch while we waited for some sugar to go towards a doghouse. We did get attacked by some pillagers, though, which I didn't even want to risk my luck, so I just fled for my life. When I was back on my side of the wall, I decided to build an iron golem to protect me from some pillagers. Not knowing that you had to carve the pumpkin nowadays, I looked like an absolute idiot. So eventually I got the shears and I got a good old iron golem and told him to fight the pillagers. Unfortunately, he was a bit too fat to fit through the wall, so the guy was just getting beat up and stood there. I felt a bit bad, so I thought maybe I should help him out. But that was an absolute waste of so much iron. The next day, after the pillagers gone, I began construction on my doghouse. This might be the nicest building I built, and it still looks a bit rubbish. But it's a start, it's a start. So eventually I thought it looked alright, and I just shuffled the dogs in there in the vent. But I did have to name it Doghouse so the dogs knew where to go. Not just because, I felt I needed it for myself. After that, we did begin construction on the fishing house. Not really a house, just a place I could fish so I didn't get blown up by creepers behind me, to be honest. So, good idea, I reckon. Day 48, we started off with some fishing, then instantly tried to tame a horse. It took us a bit, but eventually we did tame it. I won't lie, it wasn't the fastest or best jumping, but it was definitely quicker than running. After that, we quickly finished our enchanting room by crafting the final 2 bookshelves to be able to get those level 30 enchantments. I'll probably enchant my pickaxe first, and I saw efficiency 4 was on the boards. So to get those 2 levels, I decided I need to fish for about 2 days. Not the quickest way to get XP, but I guess it's effective. Eventually, we did get it, and I enchanted my level 30 pickaxe, and to get a nice efficiency 4. That would be very helpful. Next few days we went mining, and we got some diamonds again. So my luck is starting to increase, thank God. After that, we did some fishing for 2 days, and fishing in this game, I don't know why I enjoy it so much. It's relaxing, and it's really good for XP, and you could get some good stuff out of it. After we finished some fishing, we started to craft some diamond armor for my recent diamond trip. This means hopefully we won't die to some zombies, and we just won't die and survive these 100 days. Day 55 to 57, and what we did today, we pretty much just went to the nether and built a little base around my nether portal so it doesn't get blown up and I can actually get back home so I don't get stuck in this awful place. We carried on in nether, so I decided to trap a piglin in a little hut, and he gave us some ender pearls, which was ideal if we wanted to fight the ender dragon and get some eye of enders. The next day was the goal to try and find a place to put another nether portal so I can hopefully find a nether fortress to get blaze powder, which can go towards eye of enders. We eventually found a place and hopped right in. Eventually we arrived back into the nether, and I looked at my spawn. It was alright, but for some reason my horse decided to come through too. Wasn't a massive fan of that, so I had to push it back in. Not sure what it was thinking. Bit of a daredevil horse, to be honest. Easy way for it to die though, not a fan of that. We spent the rest of the day in the nether, and I was getting absolutely chased down by whatever these were. They were like pig horses. I had no idea what they were, and I was scared for my life. I didn't know how much power they could do. But while I was cowering on top of the tower, my unlikely heroes, the piglins, came and saved me. I had no idea they did this, so I was absolutely just shocked and just witnessing them murder them. What heroes, honestly. Day 62, we need to murder these flying whatever. I don't really know what they were. They were just kind of flying animals. They dropped membranes which could be used to create a potion of slow falling, which is absolutely crucial. They were annoyed to kill though, as it took ages to attack you, and they only spawned when your hands slept for days. So yeah, this took a while to kill. Day 63, I got started on building the basement for the potion brewing and where the nether wart farm would be. And I think in the end it turned out pretty well. Pretty basic, cobblestone walls, but it had nether wart, so it did the job. The next day I just went mining for the whole day, see if we could get any more diamonds for preparation. Day 65 is pretty much an XP grind. I just mined quartz for a lot of the day in the nether and made sure not to punch any pigments so I didn't get absolutely swarmed. After that we killed some endermen, went on a bit of an enderman farm. So I just built like this little 2-block high so I could just swipe at their shins all day. It was pretty effective in a way. We managed to get the majority of ender pearls today, killing quite a few endermen in the process. After that we got home and I wasted no time in crafting some eye of enders. I straight away went to the brewing stand and crafted some potions of slow falling with the membrane we got from those flying creatures earlier. Day 68 we carried on with the potion brewing, crafted some potions of healing, potions of strength, and making sure I put them away ready for the final fight. After we did that we enchanted my bow, got a nice level 30 punch 1 power 3 on it, so that'll be very helpful later. Day 70, I decided this was the day I was going to set off and try and find the stronghold. This took quite a few days, and we did also lose some eye of enders in the process, which I didn't know you could actually do when throwing them, but I think we eventually found the place, so I started digging down. Eventually we found the stronghold. It was incorporated into a mine shaft, and I couldn't tell if that was really lucky or unlucky. But eventually we did find the end portal, but it was guarded by a few zombies and silverfish, which also an absolute horrible mob. We did manage, however, to finally get rid of them, and here we were, at the end portal. I realised quickly we didn't have enough eye of enders, which was a bit of a problem, meaning we had to head all the way home. We were about 3 short. Day 72, pretty much all I did today was a bit of farming, to be honest. Day 73, this was the day where I tried to get those 3 needed ender pearls by doing my enderman killing technique, just swiping their shins until they can no longer walk. After we had some ender pearls, I started trading with more piglins to really not much success. The next few days I started to go mining again. We did find some diamonds, which for some reason I didn't seem to notice at first, but there was about 7 in this batch, so that's going to help us. The next few days we also just extended the farm. I was kind of just counting the days down until the final fight now, but it's always good to have a bigger farm, and eventually I did finish it, ran the little signs for each one, so I knew which one was which. Day 81, I built another extension onto my house. This one I decided I needed a chest room. Even though we already had one, I decided have an extension. Why not? Day 82 to 84 now. These days were literally just spent building a creep spawner, which never actually worked. Literally, I put so much time in this, and it just never worked. What a waste of time. Anyway, the next few days we just spent mining again. I was spending a lot of time mining, but we did come across this skeleton spawner, which surprisingly was the first spawner apart from the blaze one that we came across this whole time. I won't lie, the loot wasn't that great, just diamond horse armor, but it was alright for now. Day 87 and 88, we just fished all day. Pretty relaxing, got the XP up, job done to be honest. Now on the next day, day 89, I decided to make a chicken farm. I have no idea why I waited till day 89 to start on a chicken farm. If anything, it's probably a bit too late to start. But oh well, we eventually got them in the pen by sunset, and it was all good to be honest. After that, we continued fishing for another 2 days. As you can tell, I really did like fishing. But, I mean, there's no negatives towards it, is there? Day 93, and we travelled back to the stronghold. On our way, we saw a village, which I think we had visited before, but it was good to stop off somewhere for the night so we don't get those flying creatures trying to kill us at night. We continued our journey on day 94, and I won't lie, I did get a bit lost on my way to the stronghold, which wasn't ideal, but it was around here somewhere. Day 95, and I finally located the stronghold. God, it took absolutely ages, but we finally found it. And here we were, looking down at the portal, putting the final iron enders in, and there it was. We were ready to go fight the Ender Dragon. Let's go. And here we were here in the end. Ender Dragon bar on display, and straight away we got to destroying the end crystals so the Ender Dragon could not regenerate health. This was vital, but we wasted no time. The slow falling potion came in to help straight away as we could just jump from 1 to 1. It was so helpful, honestly. But literally, we were speeding through this, destroying one after one after one. I did get attacked by Enderman here. I thought this was going to be it. I was down to 2 hearts, and I had them all chasing me. I was absolutely scared for my life and I thought I was going to die. But quickly I managed to build myself a little cobblestone hut and get away from it. We were carrying for our life in here and we were still managing to get hit for some reason. I knew it was time to apply the pumpkin I had brought just in case this event did happen. We were finally back on the surface. Unfortunately the view is now a bit distorted to protect myself from those Endermen, but we were quickly going to get rid of the rest of those towers. Eventually, when we got rid of the rest of the end crystals, we began firing at the dragon, and the power 3 bow was doing absolutely wonders, taking so much health off them. He did fight me, but we missed, and for some reason the Endermen were going to fight against the dragon. I have no idea if this could happen or not, but I wasn't going to argue with it. But the bow was just doing constant amazing damage to him and was pretty much just carrying us throughout this whole fight. And I don't know why the Endermen were attacking him. I've never seen it before in all the years I've played Minecraft. But obviously it came to me that for some reason the bows were doing nothing to it. But the Endermen were helping me out, luckily. Next came an extremely close call. I took so much damage from the dragon, down to 1.5 hearts. I quickly dodged it and we just retreated 8 so we could regenerate some health. But we were instantly straight back in it, firing at the dragon. It was nearly dead now. This was going to be it. This is when we were killing the dragon. All 100 days leading up to this moment. We carried on shooting dragons at him and he was so nearly dead. This bow has just carried me this entire fight. We've literally nearly got him dead. We've got him right where we want him. Hit him again. We hit him again. Hit him one more time. He's down to 1 hit, but he's in the middle, so the bow's doing nothing. I quickly run up to him and we're going to see if I can hit him. The first one I miss, but we try again one more time. We hit him. We defeat him on day 96. We have killed the Ender Dragon. Oh my goodness me. That bow carried me through the entire fight. What a fight, and all the XP is raining out. We wasted no time in getting the dragon egg. There it was. We had it. It was all worth it. We got the dragon egg, and you know I had to flex in front of the end portal. There we go. But before we went back into the overworld, I went towards the end city because we needed that dragon head and the elytra. I won't lie, it took absolutely ages to find the end city. Literally a couple of days, because it was about 1,000 blocks away. But it took us absolutely ages. Eventually we found the ship and the castle. We just needed to make our way over there. So we did that with a bit of endstone and then the help of some ender pearls. Eventually we approached the ship, jumped on, and there it was. We were on the ship. And just in front of us was the elytra. We had to kill this little old man to get to it, but not to worry. He did throw us in the air, but we eventually got the elytra, what we came here for. Obviously, apart from the egg and the head. You know, I had to flex a bit by putting on the elytra. They look good on me, I won't lie. Apparently, they do break very easily, so I really didn't wear them for long. I did obtain the dragon head, and we had got everything we aimed to come to the end for. We had done it. We jumped straight back through the portal and then nearly died on our way back. We got jumped by about 20 creatures. They were all waiting for me. Not very cool of them, I know, but we quickly ran all the way home. And goodness me. And we had done it 100 days on hardcore. We had got the head, the egg, and the elytra. Thank you guys so much for watching. This took absolutely ages to film. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to be notified when there's a part 2 to this. And thank you.